Hi, this is Andrew WK, and all three of us are enjoying ourselves and enjoying our times here watching Mevio Warped Tour coverage 2010.
So your I Get Wet cover is famous for the blood and everything. Where'd you get the inspiration for that, and how did you make it look so real?
This cover has been famous to some folks and infamous to others and then unknown by many, but anybody can relate to a bloody nose. That's what I had in mind when I made this cover. I said, yes, it's shocking. Maybe seeing blood is always a little bit intense, but who out there hasn't had a bloody nose? From your grandmother to maybe your little brother or someone. Everyone's probably had one. Now, maybe, I admit, not as bad as the one on the cover. But I figured it was an exciting kind of picture that would get people's attention but wouldn't necessarily offend them. I was wrong. Some people were very, very upset and very, very angry. The album was actually banned from public display in all of the United Kingdom. So all of Scotland, all of England, and no one was able to show that blood. And so they put a black sticker. And then that happened in the U.S. Put a big black sticker. So all you saw were the eyes, but nothing of the rest of the face. That, of course, made more people buy it. Right. Because they said, well, what's under that black sticker? Yeah. So it all worked out.
So how'd you guys make it look so real? Like, I mean, I'm sure it's fake blood, but...
Yes, sure. Yeah, it's best to think of it as fake because we don't want to encourage anybody to do any harm. In the old days, when people asked me that question, I told what we actually did, and then some kids were inspired to try that, and some young people were hitting themselves in the faces and things, and that's not the point. I don't want people to hurt themselves. I want the exact opposite. I want you to uplift yourself and be at your very best and feel great.
So you are a motivational speaker. You like to get people happy. If someone is having a bad day, what's the first piece of advice you would give them in the morning?
Well, when you wake up at first in the morning, you could splash some warm milk on your face. Now, this is an unusual tactic. Most of the time, people think of warm milk. You drink that before you go to bed to get drowsy, right? That's great. Warm milk does work for getting drowsy. So does turkey. So does red wine. There's a lot of things out there that'll do it. But if you want to wake up nice, splash some milk on your face. It's almost the sourness of the milk, especially when you're out in the sun. The day's starting, it's getting warm. You're starting to sweat. The bacteria from your body's mixing with the bacteria of the milk. It creates a sour, strong scent, and it's very, very, very hard to stay drowsy or fall asleep with that smell because it's awful. I mean, it's very, very pungent. So then you wake up with that smell, then you take a shower, and then you're ready to go. So that to me is sort of a daily routine. I don't necessarily do it every day on Warped Tour. It depends how much milk we have. But I always try to get a little bit of milk in there and then a nice shower.
So, like she said, you're a motivational speaker, self-help and everything. Have you read The Secret or The Four Agreements or anything?
Yes, these are classic self-help books that you can get in the bookstore or get on the computer there. I'm very aware these are age-old ideas that I think are fantastic. I'm a supporter and believer in just about every one of these books I've ever read because they're talking about the same thing, which is doing what you enjoy doing and doing it all the way. Right. Which is, to me, partying hard. Finding something to celebrate about and then going all out. Yeah. And if you can stay in that state of gratitude where you look around at the world, at your life, and say, no matter how bad certain elements may be, there's always something to enjoy here, and that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to make the best of this and not be a whiner or a complainer. Just do what you want and believe that it's possible to have fun all the time. That's the mission I'm on.
Go crazy, and other times you need to go crazier. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see you.
So I think we all want to know, what's the craziest party you've been to? Give us a story.
Jeez. I mean, it's almost every day. That's the crazy thing now is you keep topping it. People always want to have a better time than they did last time, and I'm not an exception to that rule. I always want to be pushing myself past the limit. I mean, yesterday itself was one of the great parties that I've ever been to, the first day of the Warped Tour. Now to be here doing it all over again, how can we top it? And I am going to do my best to top it.
So I have a fan question from Shauna. Go ahead and say hi to Shauna for me. She's a big fan.
Hello, Shauna. How are you?
She wants to know, where'd you come up with the idea for Slam John Against a Brick Wall?
Wow, you must be a real fan there because that's one of the more rare tracks off our most recent album, The Close Calls with Brick Walls. But that album wasn't available in the U.S. for 4 years. It just finally came out. It was only in Japan and South Korea before. And Slam John Against the Brick Wall, a Brick Wall, pardon me. That is very much a song taken directly from my time in elementary school. We had a bus driver who was named John, and he was what some people in a nice way might describe as learning disabled or just a differently abled man. He had some unusual personality traits. He had Coke bottle glasses, as they say, very thick glasses. And he would get very angry at us in the bus when he was driving us to school if we would start to sing or chant. So, of course, once we learned that he got angry about that, we would do it all the time. So we invented a song about him where we imagined sort of grabbing him by the wrists and starting to swing him like you might swing, like if you're holding someone to swing around and play with them on the beach or something. But you swing him, and instead of swinging him into the sand, you swing him into a brick wall and slam his whole body just so that the bones shatter. And that's the song we sang. We go, slam, John, against a brick wall. And the whole bus would be cheering this, and everyone from 5-year-olds all the way up to maybe 11-year-olds. And eventually John would say, shut up, shut up, shut up. And he would stop the bus and kick us off or yell at us. But it was worth it, and then there's a song to prove it.
So what has been the highest point in your career so far?
The whole thing, getting to do the whole thing is really just unbelievable. I can't believe I get to do this for a living and get to party as a profession. This is what I did before in the free time I had. I'd be working at some job that I usually hated, really didn't like, and then every waking moment I had, I would do music or go to shows or perform or work on art projects, whatever I could that was stimulating and exciting. And I didn't think that you could do those things for your real life, but as I got a little bit older, I started to meet some people that said, no, you can.
Yeah.
That is how life can be. In fact, that's the only way life should be. You should always just do what you're passionate about, and then everything else will kind of work itself out. So once I started living that way, every day became the best party.
If you could collaborate with somebody on Warped Tour, who would that be?
Oh, wow. There's a band, actually, tomorrow I'm going to be playing a show with a band I just did collaborate with for the first time, 303.
Nice.
You guys are familiar with them, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, you beautiful girls. Beautiful girls tend to like this band. I've noticed this. They've really...
And you, so.
Well, that's a newer phenomenon. 303 is very clean. I talked to them. They take showers. I said, do you guys actually take showers? And they said, yeah. I said, okay, that must be... Well, sometimes I have. I mean, you can see my clothes are a bit filthy. Sometimes my fingernails have
That's
dirt
okay. You
under
don't
them.
smell, so it's okay.
Okay, well, that's very kind of you to say. Maybe you have a cold or something. Your nose is blocked up right now. Anyway, so 303 invited me to do a remix, a rock and roll party remix of their song House Party.
Nice.
And it just came out a few weeks ago, and now they invited me to play with them tomorrow at the Warped Tour there. So that to me is the collaboration I'm looking forward to.
That's awesome. So we have our signature question. Who is your celebrity crush?
Oh, wow. Gosh, I mean, that's the fantasy. I just love thinking about that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, sometimes you get to meet these people, actually. I mean, who?
Is it 303?
No, because I mean, if I was going to have a crush, it would be based on real physical attraction more than friendship. And I'm attracted to women, you know. And that's how it's been so far, at least. So I'm still going with that when it comes to crush. I mean, I really liked Natalie Portman always. I thought she was very small and just very beautiful and very great posture.
Yeah.
Incredible posture, which goes so far. And I got to see her in person, and that was like when you finally have a crush like that, a celebrity crush, and then here it comes, and then she's walking there, and it was just, it was a big letdown. I don't know why. It just all died. Somehow seeing her and being able to touch her skin, and then having the security guard bat my hand away, that kind of was a downer. And then I yelled, "Hey, what's the big idea?" And the guys pushed me again.
Do they know who you are? I mean, come on.
God.
I said, "Don't you know who the hell I am?" And the guy said, "I don't care who you are." And the whole crush just really was hard to maintain
Darn.
after that. It was such a buzzkill. So now I just look, I don't touch, and I steer clear from the security.
Nice.
That's good advice.
Wise choice for everybody out there. Yeah. Fantasy is better.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you, guys.